Good Sunday afternoon, everyone. My name is Amy Williams, and I am so glad that you're here today. It is Sunday, January 29th, 2023, and I am an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. I am so glad you're here. We are right in the middle of a really exciting time in Stampin' Up! We have what's called Celebration. And for every $50 or $100 you spend, you get to choose something free out of the Celebration catalog, which has some wonderful things in it this year. And today I'm going to show you a card using some of the paper that you can get free if you spend $50. Now, if you have a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator and see something you want, certainly give her or him a call. But if you don't have a demonstrator, I would be honored to be your demonstrator. You can find all of my information below in the description. And while you're there, if you could like and subscribe, that would be a huge help to me, and I would greatly appreciate that. All right, let's flip the camera and see what we've got. All right, so today we are going to make this card right here. And this card's going to go here, and it's going to come out like this. Oh, I think I have some tape on the back of it. All right, I couldn't figure out what that scratching sound was. So you're going to go from here out to here. And I do have a little magnet closure right here, and I'm going to show you exactly how to put that on. All right, so let's look at this paper, because this is the Designer Series paper that you can get free in the Celebration. This is our Celebration catalog. There are so many cute things in it. You can get this adorable owl set. They've got this beautiful Thanks a Bunch. And I'm going to tell you, some people are so clever. They've made this into grass. They've turned this over and made it into trees. Such clever people. When I grow up, I want to be that clever and smart. So, here is the paper right here that we are using. These are all if you spend $50, all right? This also has in the mini catalog, the January to April mini catalog. It does have a stamp set and die cuts that go with that are really cute, and they are called the Dainty Delight bundle. They have this adorable farm bundle. They have this sending support, which I think is has some beautiful sentiments. All of these are if you spend $50. This one also, I want a watercolor with this. I can't wait to show this watercolor, is $50. This one right here is if you spend $100. You can get this free. All right. Then we've got this beautiful paper, which I have used so much. It is absolutely gorgeous if you spend $100. And that's our join thing. I want to show you that. Now, if you host a show or spend $300 US, this set you're going to get for free. So that's a kind of exciting. You don't have to do anything except spend $300. And you get all the hostess benefits. Now, we have a wonderful join incentive right now, and for $99 you can get $175 worth of stuff, which is amazing. But you could also, if you spend $129, you can get this cut and emboss, the cut and emboss mini for free, plus $175 worth of products. Amazing. I would love to have you on your team. There is a join link down below as well. I wish I could have gotten that one. All right, so here is what we're going to do. We're going to look at this paper very quickly. Here is one of them. I'm going to show you both sides. We've got this side and this side. So it has this beautiful one. This is the one we're using, and we are using the back of this one. We're using this today. This is also the one we're using today. And the back of it looks like this. We've got this beautiful one that already has things for you. You could use an oval cut here and here. You can do so many things with this. You could also use this center on the card we're doing today. And the back of that one, my fingers aren't working, has another one of this splatter that's very nice. This beautiful botanical, I love that one. Has the beautiful fresh freesia on the back. this adorable little flowers in that rich razzleberry. And then it has this starry sky. And I did use this on 2 cards that are similar to what we're doing today. And then we have this beautiful one and has this blushing bride background, which I do love. All right, so let's get started on what we're doing today. Now, I'm going to put this right here for you to see, because this gives you the cutting and scoring guidelines that I'm using. All right, so you are going to start with an 8.5 by 11 paper. I am using Rich Razzleberry. All right, and I'm going to get my cutting blade. I love, love, love. I'm going to pull this up a bit so you can see everything. Okay, so I love our cutter because you don't have to take any blades off to cut or score. This is the cutter, this is the scoring, and I love that about our paper. I'm gonna put the scoring blade at the top for now. I'm gonna cut this so that your paper is 5.5 by 11, all right? So this does take a little more paper than you would normally use, but I think it's worth it. Now, in order to have this base right here be the normal size of a card, that is 4.25 by 5.5, some of these scoring measurements are gonna be a little funky, okay? So you've got those 3/8 measurements. So I'm gonna kind of show that to you. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna start with scoring it at 1 1/4, which is pretty normal. Make sure you use that scoring blade. Give it a nice good score without ruining the paper, but give it a good score because you are gonna need that. Then you're gonna do 3 3/8. Now, I want you to see we start at 3. So 3/8 is that in between 3 1/4 and 3.5. It is that. So here is, I'm gonna show you this. Here's that. You're gonna do this middle long line right there, okay? You're gonna score right there. Okay. Oh, you're not gonna cut. You're gonna score. All right, now I'm gonna turn this around and do the exact same thing on the other side. 1 1/4, score, 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 and then 3 3/8, okay? And that gets this middle base your right side. Okay, size, sorry. And then I'm gonna put this away. Now I am gonna do, before I put my cutter away, I am gonna cut one more thing. I'm gonna get this paper out. Now, this paper is so cute. And this lends itself perfectly for doing a card, right? I just want these right here, okay? I'm using this, I just need 1 inch. So I'm gonna take 1 inch off right here. However, on another card, I wanted to use this flower and this flower. And you can see that they don't perfectly line up. So if I go straight across, I'm not gonna get this flower and this flower kind of centered. So what I suggest doing on this is taking this and cutting it at 5 1/4, like this, okay? And cutting that on each side, all right? So then you can choose, you can kind of pick and choose where you do, all right? And I can do that, but I'm gonna try to do a little less cutting today. So we're gonna go at 1. I just need 1 inch. And you can see that this is pretty much exactly 1 inch right where I need it, okay? So then I'm gonna take this and cut it at 5 1/4 here. And I'm gonna turn it and do it at 5 1/4 here, all right? And you can see this isn't something I really need, and I don't think I'll probably use very much. I'm gonna use the back, so I'm gonna keep it, but I didn't really need it. So there's this for this card. Now the other one I did uses the splatter, and I have already cut that, but I am going to show you at what size to do it. It's 1 7/8. So I want to show you, it is 5 1/4, which is kind of your normal matting size, and 1 7/8. So if you look at that where it's cut, it's 2 little hash marks before the 2. Can you see that? 2 little hash marks before the 2. That is the 7/8. So I just wanted to make sure you do that. I know you didn't expect a math lesson today, but well, you got it. So there you go, okay? Happy math Sunday. All right, so I'm gonna put this over to the side, and we're gonna get to work on this fun fold, okay? And those are the dimensions right there. And that is wrong. That should be 1 1/4. That should not be 1 1/2. That should be 1 1/4. Sorry about that. All right. Now we have this beautifully scored piece of paper, and we're going to go ahead and do some folds. So we're going to start by folding it in, and we're going to burnish it with our scoring blade. If you don't have a scoring blade, use the edge of your you can use the edge of your acrylic block or something, but you do want something to give yourself a nice, good score for this because you want it to lay down, all right? Even though we are going to magnet it. Now you're going to fold this one back like this and give it a nice score, okay? Again, I want it to lay down even a little bit so you can see that. All right, you're going to do the same thing to this side. You're going to go in, give it a nice little score. If you don't want to see those lines, you can put a piece of paper over it. I never do, but you can. All right, so then we're going to give this a nice little burnish right like that. All right, so there is my card. Okay, now the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to put 1 on this side, and I'm only going to put 1 for now, okay? Just the 1. So I'm going to put my Stampin' seal on 1. I'm going to put him like that. Okay, now I'm going to go ahead and put these on. And I'm going to kind of look, and I have cut quite a few of these. You can see that I have several of these cut, and I'm going to look at what I like. I know I like this one. I really don't have any blue showing in either one of these, so I don't want a whole lot of blue here, okay? So this one doesn't have any blue, so I know I'm going to use this one. So I like that. This one, that would be a lot of blue, but ta-da, I could go just like that. And then I would just get a hint of that blue, which would be fine. So that's a possibility. Let's see. Again, this one I could do like that, which I like too. I could add this one. That just has a little bit in there. Let's see, that's too much blue. You know what? I actually think I liked the first one. So I think I'm going to do that one right there. I like that look. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and adhesive these down. And remember, I have not adhesive this down. And I'll show you why in just a moment. Okay. So we're going to go ahead and adhesive that right there. And we're going to adhesive this right here. And when you're cutting this one, you kind of want to play with it and think about what you want when you are cutting it. So I did kind of think about that. Okay, now we've got to do this. Now what we're going to do is we want our, we're going to put a little magnet to hold this kind of down right here. So I have these little magnets that I got off of Amazon, okay? They're really small, and I will put the affiliate link in there. So I'm going to put it on here, and I'm going to kind of look at where I think I'm going to put my sentiment. I'll probably put it about there, and I'm going to put this right in the center here and add a little bit of Scotch tape right like that, okay? Then I can adhesive this down, okay? So I'm gonna do that. Just like that. Okay. I can see that I have a little bit of a break here. I am totally okay with that. I probably scored a little bit off, but I'm okay with it. It's gonna look fine. All right, let's go ahead and put that inside in. Let's go ahead and do that really quickly. Now, I have got a, oh, that's not it. There it is. I've got a piece of basic white that is 4 1/4. No, 4, sorry, by 5 1/4, which is your normal mat size for those that A7 card. So, come on. All right, so I'm going to put that in there. That's why you have those kind of funky measurements. So you're going to do this. You've got a little bit of white. I don't mind it. I think it's pretty. It's a design element. All right. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this part on. All right. I'm going to stamp my sentiment. Now I am using Flowing Flowers. I love this set. I just think it's a beautiful set. It is in the annual catalog. I'm using this Happy Birthday. You could use thank you. You could use any sentiment that you have. You could use just a note. You could do any sentiment. This could be for any kind of card. You would just put this to the size that you needed. And this one I did 1 by 3 and 1 1/2 by, or 1 1/4 by 3 1/4. So I'm going to stamp my Happy Birthday in Mossy Meadow, because that is the green that they've used on here. Great thing about Stampin' Up, all of their colors match. And I'm a matchy kind of girl, so that's something I love. All right, I'm gonna do this. Let's hope for the best. See if I can get it middle. I did pretty good first go around. I'm pretty happy with that. All righty. Now, I am not gonna affix this onto this because we've got to get that magnet, that second magnet, right? Now, I know this is gonna go about here, okay? I'm gonna put adhesive on this side. Now, I'm gonna do this a little bit wrong because I wanna show you how you can fix a mistake. I'm gonna take this and I'm gonna go like that. And then I'm gonna put it where I want it. I gotta make sure I'm over where the magnet is, and I've got this. So again, I want to be able to do it like this so it only can go on this panel. I don't want any adhesive on here. But if I turn this over, you can see, oh, I've got some adhesive there. So I'm gonna fix that, okay? I'm gonna use this mono sand eraser. I got it off of Amazon. I use them all the time. I'm gonna take that and I can get that adhesive off lickety split. So anytime you make a mistake with that adhesive, this is a great thing. You can also erase pen, but or ink, but it is going to take a little bit of the paper off. So just be mindful of that. All right. So now I've got this. I'm still not putting this on. Now is when I'm going to take my other magnet and I'm going to take it and I'm going to drop it on. That's where it goes. It's going to find its mate. You don't have to do any thinking, which I love because thinking, you know, you don't always have to do all that. All right. I'm going to get another piece of Scotch tape, but I'm going to make sure that I don't go too close to that edge because I don't want the Scotch tape to show. Now I can adhesive this on. All right. So I love that you have a sentiment on the outside, but guess what? You also see it on the inside and you can write your message there, which I love. I love that about this card. Okay, so there you go. Now, if you wanna burnish and you go, oh, I just need to do a little bit more, You can always do that. You can always add that in there. But that magnet kind of keeps it closed. And I do really like that. All right. So that is something I think is really handy. So I'm going to show you a few others, and it will still stand up if you want it to. Like that. So that's kind of cool. Few others that I used with this sunflower part. I made this one, which I love. Again, you're going to open it like that. Okay, I thought that was so pretty. And then I did this one with that pink flower with petal pink, which I'm more of a pink girl. So this speaks to me. I love this card. Not that I don't love them all, but pink is really, it's just my color. So there you go. I hope that you learned something. I hope you like this fold. I think it's really fun. If you want to add some glitz and glam, you can absolutely do that. You could add some, adhesive dot, jewels or something like that. I don't know why I didn't today, but I wasn't, I guess, feeling jewelly today. So, thank you so much for watching. Again, if you could like and subscribe down at the bottom, I would greatly appreciate that. And again, if you ever have any questions or needs, please reach out to me. I am absolutely happy to help you in any way I can. Even if you have another demonstrator, I would still be happy to help you. But again, I would love to be yours. So have a fantastic week. I know it's going to be really cold in the upper United States. I think you're already getting it. I know here in Texas, we're about to get it. It's coming, which means if we get a drop of ice, then the whole state's going to shut down. So we'll see. Maybe I probably won't get a snow day. That will never happen. But anyway, have a fantastic week and do something creative. Bye.